Hello, dear one. Welcome. My name is Fleur, and today I wanted to speak about staying close to ourselves. We're entering a time where usually we're surrounded by many people, festivities, celebrations, and it can be so easy to lose ourselves, in the serving of others, the pleasing of others, and in the meanwhile, we hardly recognize ourselves anymore because we want to do it all perfect or wanting to show up in a certain way. And we overlook that what is most important is not doing it perfect, not pleasing others at the mercy of your own energy, but staying close to you. Staying close to your authentic truth and your own inner light is what is most valuable. And of course, this is always the case, right? It's always the case that when we are in touch with our own light, with our own truth, that we can show up as the most powerful beings on this planet, and we can contribute the most when we exude an energy of peace and contentment and joy. And even if we don't, even if we feel turmoil or anger or sadness inside, if we have the ability to stay close to even that, to the resistance inside of us, to the restlessness, even if we can stay close to that, we exude a kind of power that is healing for others as well. So whenever you enter a group and you feel triggered, don't feel that there is anything wrong with you. Don't feel like you should be anywhere different than where you are at the moment, because every trigger is showing you something. It's showing you that there might be an unresolved wound, an unresolved something, and in that way it's all very valuable. If people say something to you that triggers you, it's always a sign that that there's something to look at with honesty and love and compassion for yourself. And if you can feel that compassion for yourself and where you are at this moment, you can also feel that compassion for other people. They're just speaking from their conditioning, perhaps, of what they're thinking and believing. That's where they speak from. And if you recognize that, then you don't have to take things so personally. You can see it as that's their thoughts, that's their thought process, and has nothing to do with you. And that's so important to keep reminding yourself of, that other people are doing the best they can, even though it might not seem that way at times. They are, and in that way they're innocent. It's up to you and to me to see ourselves, to see our own light, to be connected to that, and show up from our authentic truth. So this weeks in preparation for Christmas and New Year's, perhaps you can pay more attention to yourself, to where you are with your attention. Is your attention up in your head, trying to figure everything out and make everything perfect, and in the meanwhile you're exhausted and you're overwhelmed and you don't feel the joy anymore in it? And that is very important to notice, so you can return to the stillness inside you, to your breath, to noticing what is going on inside of you, And we sometimes overlook this, in the busyness of life, in the trying to get all the to-do lists finished. We overlook the importance of staying connected to that inner stillness, to that inner wisdom. And when you take action from that place, you are much more efficient with your energy and much more of value to yourself and other people, because you are grounded in yourself instead of trying to be something other, to mold yourself into other people's expectations, which is never really working anyway. We make ourselves sick, we tire ourselves out, and we lose the joy along the way. So give yourself permission to do things imperfect, to make your own inner state of being the most important thing. So keep checking in with yourself on a daily basis, moment by moment, ideally, and feel like, what is going on inside of me? What are my thoughts? What thoughts are creating this kind of stress, perhaps? And just by simply noticing it, you can draw your attention back into your body, back to this, to here, to now. What is here now? And staying with that. Like, if you feel contraction in your belly, rather than ignoring it or running from it, just be gentle and bring some loving kindness to those places. Like the other day, I noticed that my shoulders were like, I was like holding here in my neck, my shoulders. So I'm like putting extra attention there and extra love, like reminding myself, relax, you are safe. You're safe inside yourself when you are relaxed and you breathe and you stay with your feelings, even if it's uncomfortable. You are safe. And so you can keep saying that to yourself. You put your hand on your heart and one on the place where it feels tight, and say to yourself, I am safe. Take a deep breath, perhaps now. Say to yourself, I am safe. I'm safe in me. Even if it feels turbulent, even if it feels like there is tightness and contraction, even if I want to run away, I am safe inside myself. And when you give your feelings a home, a loving home in you, they no longer have to control you. And you're less at the effect of what other people think of you, what other people say about you, because you know you can handle it, because you're connected to your inner source of power. Other people are never your source of joy and power. You are your own source. And so when you deepen and you strengthen that muscle of presence inside of you, you can live your life in much more freedom. Not so dependent on other people, not so dependent on your circumstances. Because no matter what is happening, I'm okay in me. I can find my own way back home in me. So, in the coming days, in the coming weeks, practice to stay close to yourself, to be gentle and kind, and have a whole lot of compassion for anything that comes your way. Anything. You're never doing it wrong. You're not making any mistakes. On this deeper level, there are no mistakes. It's just what it is. And you just giving yourself what you need and learn from all that's coming to you. That way you can use every challenge, everything that goes different than you thought. You can learn from it and grow through it and expand. Sending you all my love and blessings for the coming time. So much light to you.